Today we're diving into the fascinating history of New Year's resolutions and how they influence diets across different cultures and eras. It's a tradition older than a sourdough starter and just as ingrained in the human experience. So grab your culinary compasses, and let's get started. Our journey begins roughly 4,000 years ago in ancient Mesopotamia, home to the Babylonians. These folks saw the new year as a time to make promises to their gods. To ensure a bountiful year, the Babylonians threw a massive 12-day festival called Akitu. During Akitu, they'd offer the first fruits of their harvest to the gods as a sign of gratitude and a down payment on good fortune for the year ahead. Now let's scoot over a few centuries and a few thousand miles to ancient Rome. The Romans dedicated their new year to Janus, the two-faced god of beginnings, transitions, and time. Early Christians also adopted the practice of making resolutions. They would reflect on past mistakes and seek forgiveness while making promises to lead better lives in the coming year. These ancient practices have influenced our modern New Year's resolutions, where we set personal goals and strive for self-improvement as the calendar turns. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, a time of great change and transformation in society. This era brought with it some pretty interesting and unique dietary practices that reflected the culture and beliefs of the time. New Year's celebrations were a brief respite from the rigors of daily life. They provided a chance to indulge in lavish feasts before the austerity of Lent set in. Fasting during the days leading up to the new year was a common practice. It was seen as a way to cleanse the body and soul in preparation for a fresh start. This period of fasting was also a way to show gratitude for the year gone by and to seek blessings for the year to come. It was a time of reflection and spiritual renewal. After all the solemnity and fasting, the new year brought with it a time for feasting. Tables were laden with an abundance of food and drink, and feast they did, with gusto and an appetite that would make a modern-day competitive eater blush. The celebrations were grand and filled with joy. Let's hop across the pond to Victorian England, where the Industrial Revolution was in full swing, and new ideas about health and wellness were popping up. The rapid urbanization and industrial growth brought about significant changes in lifestyle and diet. This era saw the rise of the temperance movement, which preached the evils of alcohol and promoted temperance in all aspects of life, including diet. Advocates believed that a pure body was essential for a pure mind and soul. Victorians became obsessed with clean eating, which back then meant removing impurities from the body through fasting. Fasting was seen as a way to cleanse the body and spirit, aligning with the era's moral and religious values. They also believed in the power of specific foods to promote good health, focusing on whole grains, fresh fruits and vegetables. These foods were thought to be more natural and less likely to contain harmful substances. This was also the era of the first fad diets, with folks trying everything from vinegar to vibrating belts to achieve a trim waistline. These early diet trends laid the groundwork for the modern diet industry we see today. Across the globe, different cultures have developed unique culinary traditions to ring in the new year, many of which center around the idea of prosperity, good luck, and warding off evil spirits. These traditions are often deeply rooted in history and passed down through generations, making them an integral part of cultural heritage. In the southern United States, black-eyed peas are practically synonymous with New Year's Day, believed to bring good luck and financial prosperity. This tradition dates back to the Civil War era and has become a staple in southern households. In Italy, lentils symbolize wealth and prosperity because they look like tiny coins. Eating lentils at the stroke of midnight is a cherished custom, believed to ensure a year filled with financial success. From Japan to Greece, Spain to Mexico, nearly every culture has its own unique New Year's food traditions, each with its own special meaning and symbolism. These customs often involve specific foods that are believed to bring good fortune, health, and happiness in the coming year. These traditions remind us that food is about more than just sustenance. It's about culture, history, and connecting with something bigger than ourselves. They serve as a bridge between the past and the present, linking us to our ancestors and to each other through shared experiences and communal meals. Here we are in the 21st century where kale is king, gluten is public enemy number one, and everyone's a food blogger. Have our New Year's resolutions changed all that much from our ancestors? Well, yes and no. Today, many of our resolutions revolve around health and wellness. We vow to eat healthier, exercise more, lose weight, and finally achieve that elusive beach body. The key is to approach our resolutions with a healthy dose of skepticism, a dash of common sense, and a whole lot of self-compassion. We hope you enjoyed this journey through the history of New Year's resolutions and diets and learned something new. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating content and updates.